Let's get rolling with part 2 of my perfume Dents. So as I said in my first video, these are all perfumes that I bought when they were 100% full. I bought them new and I have put the dents in them myself. I'm not including any of the bottles of perfume that I bought that were partial bottles, or even if they were only just used a little bit. These are all things that were brand new. So this time round, we're talking about stuff that's definitely, like, we haven't got stuff that I had before my channel here, and we've got some of the more recent things that I've fallen in love with. But let's start with one that I've loved on my channel for quite a while, but I did buy it when I was on my channel. This is Katy Perry's Indie. It is in an opaque, big-ass 100ml bottle. I'm just going to get my phone. Hopefully you can see there's a bit of a dent going on in this one here. There it is. So if you bear in mind the fact that I have just finished a smaller bottle, which is the one I take with me in my bag, and I'm currently already got a little bit of a dent in the new smaller bottle that I take in my bag, and I have a dent in this 100ml, I've got through a lot of Katy Perry's Indie. I think this perfume is one of the greatest finds. It's one of the greatest gifts that this channel has given me. In terms of actual sense, obviously the greatest gift is all of you people that watch and that I talk to and the friends I've made here. But yeah, Katy Perry's Indie is just the answer to a musky sandalwood lover's dream. Like, it's just... You can keep your Santal 33s, you can keep your Santal Blancs, you can keep all of your expensive sandalwood, creamy, musky perfumes. Indie is all I need. It is just... It's so musky, it's so creamy. It doesn't even list having sandalwood, but this smells so much like Santal Blanc. I do not believe that there's no sandalwood in this. I think it lists cedar or something insane. That is, of course, the Fragrantica notes. I don't know what Katy Perry, the company, actually put out for the notes of this. But it has a plum, it has tea. There is so much like tonka bean in this that it's so sweet. Personally, this is the kind of sandalwood that turns coconutty to me, and I think this smells like coconut cream taken out of the fridge. It's cold, it's fresh, it's kind of clean, but it's got this like musky sexiness to it. My friend who fell in love with this, she used to wear Santal Blanc. She wore it to my wedding, and that's why I was like, are you wearing Indie? And then I gave her a bottle of Indie because it's quite similar, and yeah, she really loves it. But she said it smells like the t-shirts of all the boys that she fancied but never managed to get off with when she was at school. And I do think it's very unisex, but it's really sweet. My husband says this is my like out of the house perfume. This is like a Cass at work perfume. So yeah, I don't know, I just love it. I think it's so good. And we're going to move on to the other sandalwood in my collection, because this is the one I tend to wear in slightly warmer weather, not in hot weather because it's so musky, but like as soon as it gets really cold, I swap from Indie to the next one. Another celeb perfume. This is Stash Unspoken from Sarah Jessica Parker. So people talk about Stash all the time. Of course, it is a absolute masterpiece of a perfume. Even if it wasn't a really affordable celeb perfume, it would still be a masterpiece. But I love and find Unspoken easier to wear just on the general like kind of day. So I have a really good dent in this. I also finished off a 10ml rollerball of this one, and I have backups, of course. I mean, I feel like most of the perfumes I have here, I have backups of, apart from things like green tea, because it's so easy to get hold of that one still. But yeah, I have backups of quite a few of these guys. And of course, because the Stash range from SJP has been discontinued, I obviously had to get a backup of Unspoken. It's sandalwood, it's honeysuckle, it's tonka bean. It's very sweet, which is why I like this one in colder weather compared to Indie. It's very sweet, and it's so cozy and comforting. Perfect thing to wear with a big woolly jumper and a big woolly hat. It's just so beautiful. So yeah, that's Stash, and that one have worn the hell out of it. I just think it's beautiful. I've not worn it that much this winter, but January is probably going to be pretty cold, so she'll be getting some shine. This is another perfume that I don't know whether it's still in production, but I do have a backup. This is Jill Sander Sport Water for Women. And this is another tea perfume. What can I say? I love tea. This has florals. It has lovely juicy fruits, but it has a lovely tea note. This is kind of... It's not my answer to light blue because I have a dupe of Eclat d'Arpège from London, which I think is a much more beautiful, more feminine take on something like D&G light blue. But this is kind of what people would call a gym scent for me. I don't go to the gym, come off it. But like, this is, for me, a hot weather summer freshie. And, you know, if I was going for a swim, for instance, this is the kind of thing that I'd put on the way there and when I came out. It's definitely got a bit of a unisex feel to it, but it doesn't go masculine. It's not so woody that it smells masculine. It's not full of nasty aroma chemicals that freak me out. It's just really fresh, really... I mean, blue is the perfect colour for it. It's really lovely. I will say, if you can't get hold of this, there is a perfume from Victorinox, which I think smells quite similar to this one. I'll have to put up a picture of it because I've completely forgotten the name. I did have it as a bottle, but I didn't keep it because it reminded me of this. So I gave it to a colleague of mine. But yeah, this is really beautiful. I really love this, as you can see. I've really enjoyed this perfume. This is another one I bought when I was going through my test all the Jill Sander perfumes on my channel. But this is the only one that I've really loved and has stayed in my collection. So that's Sport Water for Women, and it's just a beaut. I couldn't resist putting this one in here, partly just to moan that H&M have ruined their perfumes, because this is Pear from H&M. I also have a little backup of this perfume. This just smells like a juicy pear, although it kind of half smells like a fresh juicy pear and half like a yummy pear like candy. And I just really love this just on its own in summer as a freshie. But I also like to put this over the top of perfumes that I think maybe are a bit too sweet and need a bit more pear, or need a little bit more something that has a tiny bit of tartness, because this does have that touch of acidity that you get with pears. At the moment, what I like to do is wear this paired with the Kayali banana perfume, which also has a really obvious pear note in it, because I feel like there's so much sweetness and so much vanilla in the dry down of that. I found it a bit sickly, but I really like the banana note, so I just put some of this over the top and it worked out really nicely, and I think it's really good. But yeah, it's a tragedy that they stopped making these, because they had T-shirt, they had Rain, they had the sun one, the sunlight one, and they just had so many good perfumes. Tragedy they stopped making them. But H&M Pear, as you can see, it's been very popular with me. It's just a little bottle, but I just really like this one, so I have backup of this as well. I had to put this in here because I now do have a 50ml bottle of this. I have a 50ml of the Eau de Toilette. This is Far from Ånd Fragrances, and this is the Eau de Parfum. This is a 10ml, so technically I've only used like 5ml of this, but I wanted to give it its flowers because this is the best citrus gourmand you are ever going to find. It smells natural. It smells beautiful. It smells like a lemon and lime kind of key lime pie cheesecakey thing. It has exactly the same kind of sweetness you get from something like a digestive biscuit base, but without too much of the actual biscuity smell, which makes me feel sick. I think it smells like dirty towels, that kind of biscuity smell. But it has a proper balance between sweetness and acidity, which I think is missing in so many citrusy gourmands. They get so sickly, they're too cakey, they're too sweet. This one is none of those things. It's the perfect balance, which is why I asked my husband to buy me 50ml of the Eau de Toilette. I think I actually like the Eau de Toilette even more than the Eau de Parfum. I feel like the extra alcohol in it kind of helps it project a bit more. But I love this perfume. I never need another citrus gourmand after this. It would have to be so special for me to give a damn about it. Like, I have El de Lolita, but anything that smells like Lyra, like, and other things like that, I'm just getting rid of them. I just gave them away. I just don't need them. So yeah, in case you are someone who's not heard of this before and you're just watching this because you like Dent videos, Far from Ånd Fragrances, from Simon Constantine, who used to be a Lush perfumer. get a sample of this. It is amazing and I love it. So yeah, that's far, and it's just, it needs to have its praises sung, you know, it's just so good. Alright guys, these last few, we're getting into my absolute current favourites. So in the first video we talked about a lot of my old signature scents. The ones that I'm about to talk about are all, and to be honest, Katy Perry's Indie and Stash are also in the cube where I keep all of my easy reach. If I was going to have a signature perfume, they'd be in there. So let's talk about this guy first. This is just a little bottle of Guess Seductive Red. So I'm kind of past halfway through with this bottle. I have a little backup of this as well, exactly the same size. It's just a 30ml. This has a very kind of gentle, fine sprayer on it. So I have to do a lot of sprays of this to even make a dent in this bottle. But this is my take. This is my version of Baccarat Rouge 540. And when I say mine, I mean it's the only perfume I've found that I recognise the BR 540 DNA in, that I actually like wearing, because generally speaking the other perfumes have the same kind of aroma chemicals that the original does, and I find the original to smell quite poisonous. But Guess Seductive Red has cherry and almond added in, so you get that BR 540 general profile, you get that kind of cotton candy sweetness, fluffiness that you get in the original, but you get way less of that medicinal smell. You don't get the kind of tarry smell that I get in that. It doesn't smell like a dentist office. You get the extra fruit and the extra kind of creamy almond, and it is just, it's so sweet. But I love it so much. I love this. And I am a cherry lover. I'm very fussy about it, but I really do love it. When I love a cherry, I love it hard. So yeah, Guess Seductive Red is one. I was literally just wearing this a couple of days ago. I think it's beautiful. I think it's brilliant. It's another really affordable perfume. It's just so, so good. So that's Guess Seductive Red. And yeah, a nice little halfway through there. This here is a perfume that I just don't understand why I don't see people talking about this all the time, because, well, I do. It's because it's an Elizabeth Arden perfume. It's Elizabeth Arden Mediterranean specifically. Look at this bottle. On your screen, you'll be seeing this is blue. In real life, this is a fantastically bright turquoise. I'm not quite halfway through, but I'm not a million miles away from being halfway through. This is a big 100ml bottle, and I got this maybe last year. This is one of those moments, same as when I smelled Indie actually the first time. This is one of those moments where I thought, where have I been? How have I never found this before? Why is this the first time I'm smelling it? I would have been wearing the absolute living daylights out of this perfume if I'd had it for longer. This makes me so happy. It has beautiful powdery purple florals. I think it's wisteria in here, or maybe, yeah, I think it's wisteria rather than lilac, I'm not sure, but it kind of smells like lilac to me. It's got a juicy, juicy plum note. It's got this kind of, it's got like a sorbet note in this. It also has a sea breeze kind of scent in there, and it is just, it's juicy. It's watery, it's fresh, but it's very floral. It's extremely ladylike. This smells like a gracious lady to me. My husband absolutely loves this as well. He really likes the bottle, as do I, but he really likes how this smells. And I know that not everyone likes this. People often think that it's like too powdery, or because it's also very sweet. Oh God, just smelling it now. It just is such a happy perfume to me, and I mean, this is just one that I think smells really good on me. It smells really good to me. It also lasts for quite a long time on me. I know not everyone has that experience with Mediterranean, but personally, Mediterranean is one of the best things I have bought to test on my channel. It was a blind buy, and I'm so in love with it. I love this perfume. I was so scared once they started putting their perfumes into new bottles that they were going to change this. So I do have a big 100ml bottle in a nice cold box with all my other backups. I love it, and I mean, I can wear this any time of year. Smelling it now, I could easily wear this in winter and it would be fine. But it just evokes something so kind of spring summer to me that I will probably wait till it's warmer to break this out again. But you never know, you might be seeing it in what I wore last week after I smelt it again, because I love this perfume. It's fantastic. Mediterranean from Elizabeth Arden. So here we have another perfume that my husband really, really likes. This is Guess Dare, the original Guess Dare. Not the original cap, because this was a tester bottle, and I also managed to... I kept knocking off this little thing. It's normally got a chain that says Guess, which is very tacky, but I kept knocking it off, so I just didn't bother to put it back on last time it fell off. This is such a beautiful perfume. It's another one that I think just veers... Although I think it's very sexy for women, I do think it's got like just a toe in towards the unisex perfume smell. This is kumquat. It's got like cactus flower or something, I think, in it. It's very musky. It's got that bar soapy musk that I really enjoy. And while we're on the subject of this, it feels so wrong for me to not have Modern Princess in this list. But the reason it's not here is because I completely finished the bottle of Modern Princess and I have started a new 100ml bottle. And therefore the dent isn't really denting right now because it's a brand new bottle. But they sit next to each other. So I have Modern Princess here and I have Guess Dare here in my display. And they are pretty similar reaches for a certain mood. They are both... For warm weather, not really, really hot though normally, because they're both got that bar soapy musk. But this one is somehow just so sexy. I think it reminds me of the bushes in London that are the Mexican orange blossom flowers. It's got this kind of slightly heady floral scent while still being light and spring-light and fruity. And the kumquat is so beautiful. And it's such an unusual and very specific fruit. Oh, and it's got a perfect sweetness. It's got a beautiful... I think there might be sandalwood in this, but there's this beautiful kind of woodiness in the base without going too woody. I also have, as you can probably imagine, a backup of this, because I'm pretty sure that this bottle and the backup cost me about $6.99 from, again, Direct Cosmetics. Amazing for getting tester bottles. And it's just... Ugh, but yeah, my husband, when I'm wearing this, if he comes and smells my neck and cuddles me when I'm wearing this, he literally growls. So yeah, he's not like a lot of other men. He's not interested in the really sweet stuff. He's not interested in the vanillas. He doesn't care. He hates fruit tulies. But if I'm wearing a fruity musk, yeah, he's on it. So yeah, that's Guess Dare, and I just, so good. And now, guys, we have it. We have the real newest favourites. Not newest in terms of like overall in my collection, because I have a few quite new things that I'm really obsessed with. But in terms of my dents, these are dented because they're so loved. Okay, first up, Donna Acqua. So I got this as a new bottle in a damaged box. This is a 50ml. And I'm halfway through. I have 2 backup bottles of this. I have one 30ml bottle and one 100ml bottle, because this is not going to last me a huge amount of time. This is a perfume you definitely need to respray. It has actually, to be honest, a similar kind of sweetness to the Seductive Red, that kind of, the same kind of sweetness from Baccarat Rouge. It's got that kind of sugary, yummy sweetness that is not from vanilla. Oh, this is truly spectacular, this perfume. And it's an absolute travesty that this is the one that they discontinued, because I think all the other Donnas, I mean, you know, I know lots of people love them, but especially the flankers that have been released recently, I mean, they're nothing compared to this one, in my humble opinion. This is the only Valentino I have in my collection, because it's the only one that doesn't smell poisonous to me, or like a patchouli fruit chili bomb. So Donna Acqua is almond and pear and roasted, or like sun-dried tonka bean. It's either roasted or sun-dried tonka bean. I can't remember. I did get the little sample carded version of this before I went and hunted down some bottles. And it's just sweet and feminine and pretty and gorgeous. If you love pear and almond, I absolutely think it's worth hunting this baby down if you like sweet perfumes. It's just, it's another perfume that makes me very happy. I wore this one recently. I wore it this week because it just makes me feel so happy. It makes me feel so sweet and girly and fresh. Pear is one of my absolute favourite notes in perfumery, and so is almond. And so you're going to see the next one, which has some similar notes. So this is Donna Acqua from Valentino. I'm not going to tell you there's an alternative because there isn't. No one's made a good dupe of it, but it's gorgeous. I love it. It's one of my absolute favourites. So yeah, halfway through already. So, another pear and almond. Now, this is Burberry Brit and this is the Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Toilette, I mean, I always thought I loved the EDP best, but I bought this year and I reckon I got halfway through this within 6 months of wearing it. In fact, I think I might be slightly past halfway. This is a 50ml bottle. I now have a 100ml bottle waiting to go, which is actually a tester bottle. I was very chuffed that I got it for a really good price. But I absolutely adore the EDP of Brit, but it is much stronger and it is harder to wear because I think it is just heavier and it's more vanillic. Whereas this version, it's still got the lime, it's still got the pear, it's still got the almond, it's still got a bit of that vanilla, it's still got that kind of sweet, vanilla-y, yummy, almost like the Tonka vanilla mixture that I really love, but it's got more of the sugar and less of the vanilla, so it's equally sweet, but it's a different kind of sweetness. It's more sparkly, less creamy. It's got more of the lime, so it's tartar, and then it's got that lemongrass note, which just gives it this kind of, again, ever so slightly unisex, but interesting aromatic. But the almond is still there, the pear is still there, and it is so fabulous. I wore the hell out of this spring and summer. I just loved this. I got compliments on it at work. I ended up giving I had like vintage bottles of the two Brits to compare. You might have seen that video already. I'm not sure whether this will go out first, but I gave my friend at work who really loved me wearing this one. I just gave her those old bottles of the previous formulations because I'm quite happy with the new formulations of the Brits. But yeah, I love this. I have a backup because it's so beautiful, and I know this will be gone by the end of summer 2026. Like, there's no way that this isn't going to be finished. I will be on to my 100ml bottle, I'm sure. Absolutely beautiful. Burberry Brit EDT, an absolute winner. Winner. And then let's finish with one of the true loves of my life. I was late to the party with this because I had Guess Seductive Noir, which is a beautiful perfume, and I also had Chill Out from Oriflame, and as I said, I had Twilight from Lush, and so I felt like I didn't really need to invest in the cost of the Mon Guerlain, because the original Mon Guerlain, which is what this one is, it's quite a pricey perfume. The other things are quite similar, but man, I went on our kind of honeymoons, our stroke anniversary holiday a couple of years ago, well, 3 years ago now, and I took a sample of this with me, and I wore it in the evening, and my husband really liked it, and I was like, yeah, this is actually gorgeous, and I went to bed and I was like, oh, this is special. This has everything that I love in a lavender perfume. It's sweet, it's creamy, it's got this really interesting twist from the licorice. Now, I have a lot of licorice in my collection. I really love licorice. But man, when it's mixed with this specific combination of sweet lavender and tonka mixed with vanilla, I am dead. I'm dead. I'm finished. So this is the dent that I have in this. Now, this would be considerably bigger if I hadn't gone full collector and bought pretty much every version of Mon Guerlain that is still available to buy on the grey market and new. So I have the Intense version, I have the EDT, I have the Sparkling Bouquet, I have the Floral, I have Bloom of Rose, the Eau de Toilette because the EDP has that tarry aroma chemical. So ugh. I had Sensual, but that one was so close to this that I passed that on because I figured someone else might smell enough of a difference that would be their favourite. But for me, this one is perfectly fine. But I also have L'Essence, which is the rare one that I think maybe might have only been released in South America or something. And that one has frangipani. So I have such a big collection now of these that this is not as big a dent as you might expect for how much I wear this, but I wear all the flankers of Mon Guerlain as well. I kind of spread them out. And I also have a 10ml spray that came with this set because I asked my husband to buy me this for Christmas one year, and I've not looked back. I am so obsessed. I love Mon Guerlain. I totally understand why this is one that's hyped up and why so many people like it, and people who like incredibly niche and complicated perfumes, complex scents, also really love Mon Guerlain. Some of them prefer different versions. Personally, like, my favorite is definitely this original version, and then probably followed by the Intense, which is the one I wear in really cold weather. And I love Sparkling Bouquet. I know that one's not very popular, but I'm obsessed because, as I've said before, I love Pear. But this is just, it's classy, it's ladylike. I went into the post office and a lady literally said to me, "You smell amazing." Like, a stranger said that to me. And in the UK, strangers don't normally compliment you or even talk to you about your perfumes. So yeah, this is just, it's one of my absolute top 5 for life now, forever. I am obsessed. I love it. Mon Guerlain is my favourite. So yeah, this dent is just going to keep denting. Do I have a backup of this? Is it 100ml? Yes. Is it a tester bottle? Yes. So I have quite a few backups of the Mon Guerlain range as well. Again, I'm always constantly scared that they're going to change them or do something to them, or maybe even just like take them out of these beautiful bottles, or yeah, change the formulation. But anyway, so yeah, there it is. That's polishing off my second Dents video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these 2 videos. Do let me know if you have any of these or like what your mega dents are. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support for my channel. It really, really warms my cockles. And if you are not already a subscriber but you like my videos, please do consider hitting the subscribe button. It really, really helps my channel. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!